From the makers of PolySweep comes PS-1500 RJS Reactive Resin Joint Sand. Just damn good resin sand. Hi, I'm Jay from SEK SureBond. Let's talk about what makes PS-1500 RJS Reactive Resin Joint Sand unique and easy to install. PS-1500 is made up of finely graded joint sand that's pre-mixed with a 1-part superior strength reactive resin. It installs on a wet surface, which means rain has less impact on your schedule, and you could clean and sand all in the same day. It can easily be installed in joints as narrow as 1/8 of an inch and as wide as 1 1/4 inches. With proper installation, PS-1500's Clean Sweep technology means that it is dust-free, haze-free, and stain-free. As it is exposed to oxygen in the air, PS-1500 will cure and produce a superior strength and durable stabilized sand joint, which will help lessen the amount of weed growth, insect infestation, and sand loss. Before we get started, let's talk about the best practices for successful installation of PS-1500. PS-1500 can be installed on walkways, patios, and light-duty residential driveways constructed of concrete and clay pavers and slabs, natural and manufactured stone, porcelain tile, and concrete overlays with a stable, well-draining base. PS-1500 should not be installed where de-icing products would be used, or on pool decks with chlorinated or salt-stabilized pools. Remember to install PS-1500 when the ambient air temperatures are between 40 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit and no overnight frost is expected. Even though it can be installed in the rain, you should postpone installation in heavier prolonged rainy conditions. We will need to start with a clean surface before installing PS-1500. Remove any stains, moss, weeds, old joint sand, and clean the surface overall. Be sure to remove a sufficient amount of joint sand. Minimum joint depth required for PS-1500 is 3/4 of an inch. On a new hardscape, install PS-1500 after you installed edging and compacted the surface. Now it's time to install PS-1500 on this old hardscape we just cleaned. We will need a water source with an adjustable fan spray nozzle, squeegee, and broom with soft bristles. First, stage the 55-pound pails evenly around the surface. Then spray the surface with water. If it's a hot or windy day, work in small sections and re-wet the surface often. Now we are ready to open the container by removing the tab and lid. PS-1500 is packaged in a bag with oxygen removed and nitrogen added to keep it from hardening prematurely. Next, place PS-1500 on the wet surface. Spray the PS-1500 using the shower setting on your nozzle. Re-wet the surface as needed. Direct the PS-1500 into the joints using water and the squeegee. I found that it works best with the nozzle close to the surface. Do not allow PS-1500 to dry on the surface during installation, so work with a partner when possible. Continue this process until the joints are full on the entire project. And remember to clean the soles of your shoes often to prevent tracking PS-1500 on the surface and surrounding areas. This is the point in the process where the details matter. Finished sand heights should be 1/8 of an inch from the top of the surface. If necessary, add or remove sand to reach desired height. If any sand or residue remains on the surface, gently rinse and brush the surface with a broom. Now that the joints are filled, we will need to properly store any open containers of PS-1500. Place usable PS-1500 back into the bag or bucket and fill the entire container with water up to 1/2 inch from the top before replacing the lid. Be sure to store PS-1500 where it will not freeze. Clean tools and equipment with water before PS-1500 dries. Depending on the weather and site conditions, the surface can be opened for pedestrian use after 24 hours and light-duty vehicular use after 7 days. Now that the restoration is complete, it's time to enjoy that beautiful hardscape. To learn more about PS-1500 and all of our professional hardscape products, visit us online at sek.us.com.